It's officially time to do the one part of this costume that I just don't have confidence in myself to do, and that's the wig. I'm just gonna jump straight into it though because I've put it off long enough and I'm literally going to the ice castles in 2 days. If I don't have a wig, then I'm just gonna end up wearing like one of these with a silly braid in it, and I want it to look better than that. I want it to look more polished. I want it to look more cartoonish, and this is the only way. So here are my options. I have this ash gray wig that is a middle part. That's new and I bought it for this project, which is dumb because why didn't I buy one with a middle part? She doesn't have a middle part. Elsa's hair goes back. It goes back like George Washington, like a founding father. And so, oh, I hate that I'm even gonna say this, but I have this one wig and it's really like oddly sentimental to me. It's just long and blonde and it has the right front part, but this is my King Thranduil wig. And King Thranduil was like one of the first cosplays that I ever did that I felt like I knocked out of the park. Like I felt like my face looked good, my hair was snatched, my outfit, although made from thrifted fabric, looked so good, and I have a really hard time parting with specifically this wig. But the fact of the matter is that I haven't dressed as Thranduil in years, and this wig, oh my gosh, the static is attacking me. This wig has so much more hair on it than this wig does. This wig is a better color than this wig. This wig is a lace front, and this one has a plastic patch, which means I feel like I just convinced myself into this wig. I was really hoping I would just use this bad boy because it's a piece of trash, but it's not a piece of trash, but it's not as good as this one. And like, is there a way that I could salvage this wig and not completely destroy it for like one character? Probably not, because I have to cut like those wispy bangs. Like at this point we all know Elsa's wig is just a glorified mullet. It's like short in the front and then long in the back. And I really don't want to cut this, but I think it might be time to put it to use because it's just collecting dust. Oh God, I can't believe I just convinced myself into this. I'm cutting this wig up. I'm cutting it up. I'm not gonna cut it up. I'm not gonna destroy it, you know? There she is. If I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do it, so let's do it now. In this house, we craft in pajamas, which sometimes also means that we have to go to the store in our pajamas, so this is what we got. We're doing it. Okay, I was feeling really good about it, and now I'm scared again. So I'm just gonna go through the things that I bought. I got to be glue, spray, and the gel. And then I have various combs and these little clear elastics that I think will come in handy. I really don't want to cut this wig. Like, could I do it without cutting the wig? Is that like an option? I just feel like it's not. I feel like it has to be trimmed. Okay, I'll do it. I started by pinning the wig to the little wig head and then sectioning off the front part of the wig because those hairs will eventually become Elsa's bangs or mullet front. I seriously can't get over the fact that Elsa's hair is just a giant mullet pulled into a braid. And then I started back combing the back part of the wig. Okay, I back combed the bejesus out of the back of this wig in hopes that it would give some volume to the braid in the back, because some of the wigs that I've seen online, like the ones you can just buy that are like Elsa, they are flat in the back, and I want mine to have like a little bit more volume. And now I'm gonna heat gun it just to kind of set that in. And this is on the lowest setting, by the way. I do not want to send the entire situation off, so. I have watched a ton of wig styling videos in preparation for styling this Elsa wig, and they all pretty much say that if you want to add volume and texture, you back comb, add heat, a little bit of hairspray, heat again, and then you comb it all out, and then it'll be poofy. So, we're here now. I have the whole braid finished. Basically what happened is I started feeling not very confident in my skills, and I was like, why am I even filming this? Because it's just gonna turn into a gigantic blonde turd. It's not bad. It could be worse. Like, don't look too much at this, but like this part of the braid, That's not too bad. It's not a real braid, I just couldn't swing it. But yeah, we're moving on to the George Washington Founding Father forehead part. I already have a couple of these swoopy guys in, and I'm just working on this next one. It seriously pained me to cut this wig up. Like, I have never spent as much money on a wig as I spent on this one. And once you cut it, there is no going back. So you really just have to commit and go with it, because that's what you have. Can I tell you guys something real quick? I just need to get this off my chest. I am so devastated with how bad my Elsa wig turned out, and I ruined one of my favorite wigs to make it because I thought I could do it. I thought I could like do the mullet braid thing. It's not easy. And I don't know why I thought like I need to fix it a little bit. I think I can save it maybe. And I've been procrastinating doing it. I've literally cleaned my entire house and put away Christmas decorations that have been up for 3 years because I don't want to touch it again. And I've looked at it for so long now, like it's been a couple of days that I've been working on it. You guys, when I eventually post pictures of it, I understand if you're brutal, because it's ugly. Like, it's really bad. No! Devastated really doesn't even begin to encompass how I felt about it. I feel like I completely destroyed this wig. Nothing about it was sitting right. Everything looked wrong. I tried it on and I felt like freaking George Washington. All right, day 2, same pajamas, because I'm cutting hair and I don't want to get like 2 sets of pajamas completely covered in hair. This is where we left off. Well, it's rough. It's rough. I don't know what I think about it. I think I just have to keep going though. Yesterday I really felt like I lost a lot of confidence. I really didn't feel like I was gonna be able to do this in the first place. Wig styling is not one of my fortes. I don't have a whole lot of practice with it. And the stuff that I am good at with wigs, it's because I've done it so many times that I'm good at it. I'm not inherently like able to manage this mess. I can barely manage my own hair. So again, I just think I have to keep pushing forward and trying my best, and I get what I get because the ice castles are in 2 days and I don't have time to order another wig, have someone else make it for me. I only have time to keep working on this, so I have to make this work, and hopefully it's at least a little bit decent. I really don't know. I don't know if I've ever truly trusted the process as much as I did with this project, because I just tried my best to keep going. I kept looking at my reference pictures, I kept watching the tutorials, I turned on Frozen the movie just to kind of give myself a little bit of, I don't know, confidence or motivation or something, because I was already over this. I reached out to a few of my wig styling friends on Instagram and they all pretty much just said the same thing. Just keep going, keep going. If you need help, let me know and I can come help. But seriously, look at this. It is a bird's nest of hair, and I feel like the spikes were too poofy and that there was too much hair in them and they weren't laying right, and I just was gunking it all up with too much hairspray, just like one thing after another. But I did keep going, and I'm proud of myself for that, because I really did feel like just giving up, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just not wear a wig, or maybe I'll cancel the photo shoot, or maybe I will. And I just kept like talking to myself like that, and that's when I really started feeling down, was when I just kind of gave up on the inside. And maybe you're watching this and you're thinking, hey, it doesn't look that bad. To that I say, thank you. But I also think that it looks different on the mannequin head than it does on my real head. And you are about to see what it looks like on my real head when I tried it on so I could send pictures of it to my sister, because I was begging her for help and for reassurance. And yeah, it's rough. It's real rough. Prepare your eyeballs. Don't say I didn't warn you, for behold my shame. Okay, kind of like I thought. We're gonna get what we get. There's a couple of fixes I want to make. There's like some floppy bits, and this needs to like come down a little bit more, and this needs to be less. I just think it's like too much, but then I also want it to be a little bit cartoony. I think the braid is fine. Not that I can't French braid, I just can't French braid a wig, turns out. So we went with this bubble method. Gotta do the sideburns. I have a lot to learn when it comes to wig styling. I can do really specific certain things, but this is proving to be difficult. My sister came over after work that night and she looked at it and she pretty much just told me, you are overthinking this. It looks bad, but it's fixable. And she pretty much was just like, you need to make it less puffy. Add some heat, squish it down. If it's less puffy, then do it again and do it again and do it again until you have a less puffy version of what you've made. And after making it less puffy, I vacuumed my entire workspace because tiny little hairs get absolutely everywhere and I can't handle that. It must be vacuumed up. And you guys, I felt so relieved that I was able to bring this back from the dead. It's not the best, but it will get the job done. So I've managed to control some of the poof. I've like heated it up and squished it down multiple times, and I think this is slightly better. And now I have like this pick that's gonna go, well, I bought this because Elsa has little berries on this side of her head, but I'm thinking that I'm gonna use this one instead because it's just more wintry and less Christmas. So I think we're gonna stick that in here and call it good. Oh, I also, you really can't tell, but there's little sequins in here. Tiny little ones that I just sewed on. I finished that wig the night before we drove to the ice castles for the photo shoot. There was like zero time to change it, fix it, anything, so it is what it is, and ultimately I'm pretty happy about it. We arrived at the ice castles about half an hour before they opened, so I had time to get ready, finish doing my makeup, and then add all of my layers and costume and wig before they opened the gates. I have a few tips for attending the ice castles with the sole intent of taking pictures. First of all, get there early. If you can book an earlier time, book an earlier time. Secondly, dress as warmly as you possibly can. I like to bring those little hand warmers that when you shake them, they warm up. That really helps keep me warm. My third tip is to just be chill about taking pictures because there will be kids and families and just people absolutely everywhere, so be patient and just do the best you can. And lastly, make sure you read the rules of the ice castles. This particular ice castle in Miday, Utah has a rule that if you dress up as a character, you are not supposed to stop and take pictures with other guests or children. And they will ask you and ask you and ask you. You have to say no because them's the rules.
Not one of her.
I'm tripping on it. I
Yeah.
just keep stepping on it. That snow better not come at me. I hope not.
Can you take a picture with it?
Yeah.
Elsa! I found her! Come on! I found her! She's in here!
That's right. Whoever said that.
Yeah, that was good. You're good. Go.
I'm just taking a picture for my kids.
I think that worked.
I think it worked too.
I'm surprised the kids aren't like
All right.
bombarding you out here.
I've said no a million times. Everybody's out here taking pictures of me. Here I am, filming them.
Turn and look.
Almost whipped it right there.
What's up, video?
It's a video. Last time, I remember, well, we were here longer too.
Yeah.
It's definitely colder this time though.
I don't think so.
I'm feeling it. But luckily, I put my
This isn't, it's not.
thingies in my bra. I'm gonna put them back in there because it's warm. One for each side. After the photo shoot at the ice castles, we checked into our hotel and I changed out of my Elsa costume. Then we went to dinner and had this amazing cheese bread that I am still dreaming about, and for dessert, we ordered every dessert on the menu, which I highly recommend. The following morning, we booked a swim at the Homestead Crater, which is this really cool natural hot springs with a dome over top, and the whole thing is nestled into the ground. The water is around 95 degrees Fahrenheit year-round, and you can swim, snorkel, and scuba dive in it. They only let a certain amount of people swim at a time, so if you want to do this, you have to book it in advance. I also used a bathroom where the gap in between the door and the stall was super wide and I felt very uncomfortable about that. And then we had a breakfast that was so good I almost forgot all about the uncomfortable bathroom stall. And then we just drove home. But like as a side note, this snow is 4 feet deep. This Christmas tree is completely buried. I'm not mad about how the wig turned out. I think it looks just fine, and considering the circumstances and my technical skill when it comes to styling things like that, I'll take it. I'll take the win. I did want to show you guys how I travel with a wig like that, and I use the Cowbutt Crunchies gift bag solution. Pretty much there is a cardboard piece in the very, very bottom with a little stand that pokes up inside the middle of the styrofoam head, and then I just put the wig on the head and, like, you know, my hairspray down in there, and then I can just carry this around and it's protected and works just fine. I use that same bag for pretty much every wig that I travel with, but I think I want to make a few more wig bags so that I can store specific wigs in the bags and I can just like interchange them. I think that would probably be better because I'm to the point where I have a few that just need to be on a wig head all the time because the style is kind of unique. To comment on why I added a little bit of vlog at the end of this video, that's not for you guys, that's for me, so that in 20 years when I'm watching these videos back, I remember how much fun I had doing them. So if you don't like watching that, that's fine, because it's not for you. I definitely felt like the Regina George of the ice castles while I was dressed up as Elsa, because literally everybody wanted to look at me, and that gave me a little bit of anxiety, and for the most part, I just tried to focus on taking pictures. Again, because like the rules of the ice castles are that if you're dressed up, you're not supposed to take pictures with other guests. I'm pretty sure that makes me the meanest Elsa in the entire world, and I don't care because I was not there to entertain people. It's not Disneyland. I do think it's funny though, because like the entire time I could just hear little kids being like, look, it's Elsa! Mom, let's go say hi to Elsa! And I just was like, tunnel visioned because I didn't have my glasses on, so I really couldn't see anything, and that always makes me feel kind of blind. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Definitely hit the like button. If you feel like it, subscribe to my channel. More videos are on their way soon, and remember, in this house we craft in pajamas.